Hey, I'm Mindy Kinnis. This is the Daily Rage. I received a question from Sam asking about the different account sizes on Apex. So let's go through some of the details that you should take into consideration when you are making that choice. Obviously, I cannot make that choice for you. There's a ton of different things that it's going to depend on, but I can give you some things to consider. So, first off, this is a 90% off sale. This is the best sale that they've ever offered. And it's only good for 2 days and 7 hours from this recording. So that's essentially Thursday night. So if we scroll down here to their different account sizes, let's go through some of the details. This is the smallest one, the 25K full account. Now, there's only 4 contracts that you can trade. The good news on that one is that it's $1,500 of goal that you need to hit, which is really, really doable if you know what you're doing within 1 month time. So you may be able to pass that within a month and then not even have to worry about the payment going forward. So super tiny payment, super tiny goal, but you also have a super tiny trailing threshold. You only have $1,500 of trailing threshold. And depending on how you trade, you're going to want to take that into consideration. I found for myself that some of those smaller accounts, even though I have passed them in the past, they were a little bit more difficult because I just prefer trading a little bit bigger. So with just a $1,500 trailing threshold, that usually would end up getting me into trouble. So know who you are as a trader in order to make the best choice. But we're only looking at $14.70 for the first month. And then recurring months would be twice that. So still super, super small, like less than $30 a month. Very, very doable. 50K is their most popular account, and you do get 10 contracts on that one. You should by no means actually be trading 10 contracts on that one because that's way too big for this game that we need to play here with Apex. But then the deal with this particular sale is that the 150K, the 250K, and the 300, all three of these are not 29.70, 51.70, and 65.70 with the 90% off. No, they're the same price as the 50K. So that's pretty awesome in terms of price, but you definitely want to remember what the difference is in terms of your profit target. Now, what's great about those bigger accounts is you do get more trailing thresholds. So that's very, very helpful because, as most of you know, that is the biggest challenge in this particular game of getting these things funded. However, when you're at that high point, especially at that 300K, you don't just have to make, $3,000 or $4,000 or $6,000. For that 300K account, you need to make $20,000. Now, for some people, that might be like, hey, no problem, let's go. For other people, that might feel like a lot. There it is right there, that $20,000 profit goal. Now, you should still not be trading 35 contracts when you only really have an account size of 7,500. That's the main key here is it's not a 300K account, it's a 7,500 account. Here's another thing though to remember is that they also have this static account. That one would be $13.70 to sign up for that thing. I mean, teensy, teensy, tiny. Now on that one, let me actually go back to that one so we can talk a little bit more about it. They have this static and you do not have a trailing threshold in that case, which is awesome. Like that's so great. You can trade more like a normal human being. You only have to get to $2,000 of profit. Like that's not terribly hard, but this is the hard part on this one. 625 bucks is not that much. So just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Resets are also not $80 right now. They're only $35. So this is the beauty of funded trading. Like if you screw it up, it's not the end of the world. You haven't blown out your account. You haven't lost all your money. You can always just hit the reset button if you need to. So the main things you're going to want to keep in mind is first and foremost, what is your own personal budget? Are you looking to buy one account? Are you looking to buy 20 accounts? What are you doing here? And like, how much money do you have to spend on this little adventure? Secondly, in terms of how much trailing threshold you're going to get. If you, like me, like to trade a little bit bigger, you're going to want to take that into consideration and maybe go for one of the larger accounts with a bigger trailing threshold. But keep in mind that with those bigger accounts, you also have a bigger profit goal. And if you absolutely hate the idea of having a trailing threshold at all, this one is your baby, the 100K static. I would recommend that. And hey, for 13 bucks, you could screw that up a lot of times and still be totally fine. So I hope that gives you some insight. There's a link and coupon code for you down below. So if you do happen to pass in the next few days, they're also offering an $85 lifetime fee, and that's on any size account, which is really great because when we're talking about those bigger accounts, they are definitely a lot more money normally for that lifetime PA fee. So I hope that helps at least give you some context to think through what's going to be the best decision. I want to wish you the best of luck, especially as we head into the new year. I know that so many of you guys have big trading goals for 2025, potentially, getting funded or getting more accounts funded or, just continuing to get payouts, which I know a lot of you all are already doing. Thank you so much for being here. I want to wish you a very happy new year. Stay safe, however you might be celebrating. And you know what? Let's get it in 2025. I'm Mindy Kinnis. Thanks so much for watching.